Come on in the room. Hey, family, welcome back to Chit Chat Community. Y'all know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your wine, grab your snack. It's a late night Sunday night of tea, okay? But first, quick question for y'all. Did anybody cook today? What was on your plate? Did you go out on for Sunday dinner? Or did you swing by Olive Garden for a soup and salad? Which soup and salad is one of my, which I do love, okay? Let us know. Let's get into this tea. Okay. All right. Let's get into it.
I'm deep in the glow of our screens. It's a party inside. Sometimes you need solutions, and sometimes it's just a vibe. In good chat therapy.
Okay, y'all, let's jump right into it. Okay. So just a second, let's get right into it. All right, so let's get right into it because eyes are on Chicago right now. The buzz is at number 47 and stepping in, tightening federal presence, and people are talking. Okay. Some folks say it's about safety, others say it's about control. So let's get into what the actual Chicago PD has to say, and we'll come back because they have some concerns. All right, here we go. Here we go.
In Chicago also has been discussed, but is considered less likely at this time, according to two officials. Overnight, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker said in a statement, there is no emergency that warrants the President of the United States federalizing the Illinois National Guard, deploying the National Guard from other states, or sending active duty military within our borders. Donald Trump is attempting to manufacture a crisis, politicize Americans who serve in uniform, and continue abusing his power to distract from the pain he is causing working families. On Friday, President Trump indicated that Chicago would be his next target, along with another Democratic-leaning city with a black mayor.
The people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago. And so I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
And joining us now is the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Mayor Johnson, thank you for coming back to the weekend. Before I get your reaction to the Washington Post reporting and what we just heard in that clip from President Trump, I'm going to play something else President Trump said on Friday with regard to your city.
Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough.
Mayor Johnson?
Yes.
Your reaction to what you just heard.
Yeah. Well, listen, the President of the United States of America has repeated this, petulant presentation since he has assumed office. And, if the reporting is actually true, what he is proposing at this point would be the most flagrant violation of our Constitution in the 21st century. The city of Chicago does not need a military occupation. That's not what we need. In fact, we've been very clear about what we need. We need to invest in people to ensure that we can build safe and affordable communities. That's what I've done as mayor since assuming office. It's unfortunate that this president is working overtime to divide and in his attempt to conquer working families and to conquer cities across America. But this is clearly a violation of the Constitution, and we're going to remain firm and vigilant in our commitment to ensure that our democracy is protected and our humanity is secured.
Mr. Mayor, it sounded like you said the White House had not been in touch with you at all about this. And I just want to make sure that I heard that right.
That is correct. There has been no formal communications from the Trump administration to my administration. There's been no formal communications from the White House to our governor. At this point, again, this is all, I believe, an attempt to frighten and to raise anxiety across America. Here's what we're doing in Chicago. The fact of the matter is, violent crime is actually down in Chicago. We've reduced homicides by almost 32%. Shootings and shooting victims, we've reduced that by nearly 40%. Robberies are down 35%. There is certainly more work to be done, but we are moving towards building the safest, most affordable big city in America. And what the Trump administration is attempting to do is to roll back the hands of time and take us to a time period in which we know from the civil rights era, where Dr. King described this type of act as one of the three evils. The militarization of our society is not who we are as a country. And I'm going to remain firm and vigilant to make sure that we're actually doing the work that works. And what we have seen in Chicago, when we invest in people, we drive violence down, whether it's investing in youth employment, investing in affordable homes, and quite frankly, investing in our Detectives Bureau, where we have revamped our entire detectives division to be able to solve violent crime. And we have a clearance rate of almost 77, 76%. And so we're solving crime, we're reducing crime, we're investing in people, and that's what's working for the people of Chicago.
Mr. Mayor, one of the things that we've talked about on this show a lot, and that me and Jonathan talk off air about a lot, is that this doesn't appear to be actually about crime. Because the cities that the president has talked about, these major cities, all of that crime has gone.
Okay, y'all. So yes. So before we move on to our next topic, okay, I just want to touch on something real quick. So what we do know is that President number 447 says he's looking to increase the federal oversight, possibly even stepping on local leadership toes, which you could tell here he definitely stepped on some toes. And the Chicago PD chief provided his what he thought about it, and clearly he's not happy. Okay, and he says the people are not happy. But here's the thing: anytime the feds move in heavy like this, it's going to spark tension, and we've already seen it's going to spark a lot of tension. Some people want some more safety, and some don't trust the motives. Personally, I feel like if you really want to help, you invest in the communities, not just put the boots on the ground. Okay, but let me know, what do y'all think? Do you see this as help, or you see it as a power move? So drop in the chat. And number one, if you see it as a power move, and number two, if you see it as help, just let us know. We want to know, okay? All right. So right on. Speaking of folks making bold moves, okay? Let's talk about somebody else who's been fighting for her respect for over a decade. Who? Miss Auntie Momo. Let's get into that, okay? Let's move on to our next segment. Talk about Miss Monique. We could not go any further without talking about Monique, okay?
So we're solving crime, we're reducing crime.
These major cities.
If I can get it, I'm skipping it. There we go. It's going to be short and sweet, okay? So Monique claims that Tyler Perry. Y'all know Monique and Tyler Perry lies cost her millions. That's what she said. So she's open to resolution and reparations. Now, you know Monique been talking about this a long, long time. A long time. So I don't think she's going to come up off of his neck, okay? In fact, she says that Tyler Perry's words damaged her career for 12 years. She lost money. So Monique clearly just letting him know she's not backing off. But we've been talking about this so long. I'm not knocking Monique now. If she thinks she needs to be paid, then so be it. But we've been talking about this a long time. Remember when the first thing kind of sparked, she was upset because she said she lost. She was tainted in Hollywood because they said she was allegedly Tyler Perry said she was difficult to work with. So she was tainted, so she lost a lot of money. Then there was the time when she sued Netflix. Remember that? When she sued Netflix? And because they gave one of her other fellow comedians, I think they gave her like $2 million, and they only offered Monique 500,000, which is a big difference. And Monique was upset about that. So she was telling us, hey, y'all, want y'all boycott Netflix. And we were like, okay. And a lot of people really did boycott them. They got boycotted. And what happened is she actually won that lawsuit, if you don't recall. She won like 3-4 million. She hit the jackpot. She won that lawsuit. Also, she got like a deal. I can't think exactly. I think she got a stand-up deal as well. So yeah, she won. She got that there. But yeah, she's still upset. She was upset with Tyler, and she was also upset with Oprah Winfrey. One more thing to note. Remember when she played in Precious? I think the thing that really sparked all of this is when she played in the movie Precious. Remember that? I think she was only paid like $50,000 or so, which is pretty low because that was a great movie. Anyway, Monique has been sounding off for quite some time. And here's the deal, y'all. I feel like Monique has a point. Black women in Hollywood often gotta fight twice as hard just to be heard. That's in my opinion, right? So here we go. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, whether you're coming through on the playthrough. Let me know. Do y'all think that Tyler Perry should pay her a check? You think he should write her a check? Or should Monique just let this thing go? Y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Let it go or he should pay. All right. Okay. Now, let's get on to our celebrity news and drama reality. Okay, let's get into it. And we're going to move on to our next segment. And while we're talking about women standing up for themselves, let's slide over to Miss Cardi B because she is shutting down the internet again. Cardi always bring the drama, okay? She says, I am the drama, and Cardi really is the drama in real time, in my opinion. So Cardi hops on IG Live. Fans think she's hiding a bump, and boom, pregnancy rumors everywhere. So let's get into it. So just so you know, now, we're going to talk about what happened today and go backwards, okay? And we're going to talk about how we got there. So we're going to start from now and go backwards. It's a whole thing. Of course, Cardi's bringing the drama. Okay, of course. So let's get into it. Okay, so Cardi seemingly responds to rumors she's pregnant again with cryptic tweet after slamming. And I'm just rolling too fast. But anyway, we're going to keep going. We're not even going to stop. We're going to keep going. Okay. Yep, we're going to keep going. And anyway, and here's what she had to say. She says, and I'm not going to necessarily say everything Cardi says. Okay, I'm just going to read a little bit. So she says, look, 30, what she say? Look, 30 weeks pregnant? No, you stupid B. And you have to know Cardi. I know y'all have heard Cardi talk. You got to know how Cardi talks. So Cardi said, I'm just effing out of breath because she said she had asthma. So basically, Cardi was blaming it on asthma, and that's why she said she was breathing hard. Now, we know in the past, Cardi has been pregnant, and Cardi said she wasn't pregnant. Now, I'm not saying she is either, but she said in the past that she has. She said she wasn't pregnant. She was. We remember that? So I don't know if she is or isn't, but she's funny. And you got to understand, Cardi is known for trolling online. This is her jam. This is what she does. She does it best. Okay, well, one of the best. So we're going to keep on going through. Okay, right now we're just looking through. I want to share some more things, what's going on. And here's one of the messages that she said. She goes, am I? But am I? So this is the one that everybody's like, what? So she goes, but am I? Cardi knows she knows she's trolling for real. This is definitely trolling. Definitely trolling. So let's keep going. So this is one of the things that started it, but she actually posted this after the next one that's gonna come up. She's so funny. Let's see. Let's get to the next one. All right, here we go. Y'all, I pre-recorded it. Give me a little grace. I want to make sure it was ready for you. Let's see. Okay, so this is what everybody's kind of talking about. This is what the initial thing that came out. And she had a little bit of bump there, allegedly. Okay. That's what they're saying. That's what they're talking about. Again, Cardi B is the drama. She really is. All right, and let's just keep. What else can she tell us? What else we got going on with Miss Cardi? Besides her being the drama, okay? Besides her being the drama, let's see what else we got going on. Some other things I want to share. Let's see. Oh yeah, she was talking about rapping about being players. I'm sure if you're a Cardi B fan or you even heard of Cardi B, you know she was singing about players. She got a lot of flack on that too. A lot of people came out giving her a hard time about that. I mean, Cardi B doesn't care. She's making her music. But anyway, we're going to keep going. The part that I want to get to as well is that a lot of fans were kind of upset at her because what they really want to know is, Cardi, like, we don't care about, basically, they're saying, we don't care about you being pregnant, honey. Where is this album? Like, when are you going, well, not the album, but when are you going on tour? That's what they really want to know. When are you going on tour? Okay, let's see. Get over here into some of the comments. Okay, he goes, child, just make sure you go on tour, pregnant all. That's what a lot of people had to say. Yep, they just want their tour. They don't really care. So I'm going to keep going on. There's a part in here too where people accusing a Cardi of being lazy, saying she really don't want to work, she just want to have babies. So Cardi addressed that as well. She addressed it as well. As one of the other fans talk about, can you just come on with the come on? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, wait here. It says, Cardi says she's never stopped making music despite haters, despite having children to avoid responsibilities. Right? Okay. I mean, Cardi says she stays up quite overnight and records and things like that. She stays in the studio. People always want to call me lazy. People always want to say that I want to have babies to avoid my responsibility, she said. She emphasized her deep passion for her craft, revealing, I love making music. I go into the studio almost every single day. I sleep in the studio because I love to make music. I was like, I know that's right. Tell him, Cardi. So yeah, anyway, that's what she's saying. So she's defending herself. She said, hey, y'all, but that still doesn't debunk the fact whether she's pregnant or not. That does not debunk that. That's not still an answer to the question. She really didn't answer it. She did answer the question. So tell me, y'all, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that she's pregnant? Preggo? Here's my thought about the whole thing. I think that Cardi loves to troll the blogs. All right. She just loves to troll. That's what I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's just playing with us. That's what I think. Okay. But let me know what you think. Do you think that she's having fun? And these are just rumors, or is she really pregnant? Let us know. Okay. All right, y'all. Now let's bring it down to the ATL, because the Real Housewives of Atlanta crew was spotted together and Porsha was front and center. Let's get into that. Okay, moving on from Miss Cardi. Okay, let's go all over to the next one. I'm going too fast. Okay, let's see here. Okay, y'all. So before we get into the next segment, we're going to talk about Porsha Williams. We're going to get into a little bit of reality TV. So let me take a break. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back and we're going to get into it. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's just take a short little break. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Porsha Williams, okay? Let's get into it. We're going to talk about the girl Porsha Williams and Real Housewives of Atlanta and what they got going on. Okay. So let's get over here. And me, if I can get over where I need to go to. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Almost there. All right. Porsha Williams, Angela Oakley, and Phaedra Parks all showed up at Drew Sidora's Run ATL premiere, serving looks and sparking questions. Okay. The ladies were all smiles and cameras caught to the reunion vibe. So let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into what they got going on. All right. Let's check out some of the looks. Okay. I think I went back to. Let me go back. Hold on a minute. They look really nice. Let me go back a little bit. Did I go back too far? Yeah, I wanted to look at their dresses. There they are right there. I'm looking at one more time. I'm looking at the dresses. Okay. I like the orange and brown. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, they're serving. They're giving. I remember knowing that she could act. I didn't know she could act. I didn't know that. But go ahead, girl. Good job. Let's keep going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're just hanging out. They're all together. Doesn't they look pretty? They look really, really pretty. Now you know they're just not coming together, right? They're just not somewhere supporting, looking pretty. You got to know it's more to it, right? It's got to be more to it. There they are, Phaedra, Porsha. Well, that's not Phaedra, but they all look so pretty. Okay, giving and giving and giving. Okay. Is that a gold mic in her hand? I'm trying to see what is that. I'm being nosy. I see the purse. I guess it's a gold mic. There's Phaedra. Phaedra looks fabulous. Go Phaedra. She looks really good. Mm-hmm. She's giving. Love the outfit. Okay. I like that. It's cute. That's cute. Okay. All right, so we're going to get to why they're there. They look really nice. The ladies are beautiful. So, the thing of it is, you don't think these ladies are just there, do you? There's no way they're just there. So the ladies were all smiles and cameras. When these ladies link up, it's never by accident. Something is cooking in Atlanta. Trust me, something's definitely cooking. So let's get into what's cooking. Let's move on. So yeah, here's the reason they're there to celebrate this actual movie. Here's the official trailer. I haven't heard of this movie before, but it's called Run. I'm thinking about checking it out. Are you gonna go see it? I haven't really heard of it, but that don't mean anything. But again, the movie's called Run. So I'm so proud of what's in there. I didn't know she could necessarily act, but she can. We're going too fast. But yeah, she can act. So there's a trailer. It's a science fiction thriller, and that's what it was all about. So the question before we move on, the question for you is this: do y'all think this is just a friendly outing, or is it set up for some new Real House of Atlanta drama? I think everybody knows the answer. They always got some drama. Okay. All right. So yeah, now we're going to move on to our next segment, our next topic. We're done with that. I'm sure whatever they got going on, we're going to hear more from these ladies from Real House of Atlanta. Now let's get into our girl. Okay. There she is, Serena. Now, Serena, I had to touch on this because Serena looks fabulous. I had to touch on it, and it's been going around. And I was surprised. I actually was surprised to see it because she is basically the new cover of, I think what's the name of that, of the GLP drug. She's taking a GLP drug, and she does look really, really good. And I'm telling you, if Serena is struggling, honey, everybody must be struggling because Serena's a bad girl. But she does look she looks good. So let's keep going. And Serena basically she said she was struggling with her weight. She couldn't get it right. Basically after she had her last child. And that's normal, right? For a woman, after you have our kids, we struggle to get where the last 10 pounds, 5 pounds, it's hard to get it off. So yeah, there she is. Getting it in. She's working out. But yeah, she's the new basically the new person for the GLP drug. I was trying to get, I'm sorry, y'all. I missed the name of it. Oh, it's the one that starts with a Z. And that's a fairly new drug, too. It's fairly new. But anyway, I thought it was interesting that she was doing it. But here's the deal. If it's gonna help your health and make you feel better overall, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Some people are for it and some people are not for it because they feel a way about it. But she looks really good here. She looks great. Okay. Go ahead, girl. So it's working for her. I was trying to find the name, y'all. It's one of the newer ones, but the point of it's a GLP drug, okay? It just is. That's what it is. There she goes. She looks so cute. Go ahead, girl. Her little yellow suit. But nevertheless, like I said, she was having trouble losing her weight, even though, she works out all the time. Like this woman's been working out for years. So she still had issues. But there she is, looking fabulous. But here's the deal, though. She's putting in the work. She's probably eating very clean, and she's working out like a soldier. So along with the shot, I guess it also helped with her bones. She said her bones, she felt better, she felt lighter, all the things. So yeah, this is a really popular thing. I don't know how everyone feels about it, but it's becoming more and more popular. And most of the time, I think more than not, I hear good stories. Most people are saying they're losing weight, they're feeling better, and their health is changing. I know one person I know for sure. She used these, she lost weight, and she came off her insulin and all kinds of things. So it's helping people. Okay, it is helping people. I'm not knocking it. You gotta do what you gotta do to be healthy, especially when you get 40, 50. Things are going on with the body, honey. I don't know. It gets harder. It's harder. We're in the gym, we're working out, but honey, the lettuce, the protein still don't get it. Like you seem like you need a little help. So here she is. We're just being nosy, y'all. We've been real nosy. We're looking. Ain't she pretty? She looks so good. I think she looks good. I do. I think she looks good. Fabulous. And she said she feels more confident. I like it. I'm proud of her. Good job. Okay. I know it's expensive. Some people can get it through their insurance, some people, but they have so many things out there now, so many programs, so many ways to go about getting it. I hate to say it, like it's so many things. But anyway, I thought this was noteworthy. I think she's cute, and I wanted to talk about it. I want to talk about our girl looking good. So yeah, there she is. And so anyway, that's her. She's supporting it. I think she's representative of RHOA, RO. I think that's the name of the company. But before we get into the next segment, and we already know what's on the screen, I just added this one at the end. I had to touch on it real quick. I'm not gonna be here long. I'm not gonna be here long. All right, y'all. So let's move on. And let me know what you think about the GLP shot. Are you for it? Would you take it? Have you been on it? And what are your thoughts? I think, in my thoughts, you could do whatever you need to do to make you feel good, look good, be good, all the things. Anything to give you a better quality of life. That's what I think. Okay. Let's move on to our girl. You already know. We've talked about her. I think we've been talking about Tamar for 4 or 5 days now. Okay, so just very, very quick. So Tamar went to a party, Funky Johnny with her friend. And by the way, this came from Tasha K. This is one of her posts. And she went to a party, and the next thing you know, we got this whole thing about how she fell down and she hit her. She like 4 teeth, Bruce jacked up her face. She jacked up her nose. I think she jacked it up real bad. She had her surgery. And then they didn't tell us the whole story. We were like, man, what's going on? Like, I was like, where is the rest of the story, right? And here we go. This is not 100%. We already know this is tea. This is tea. This is hearsay. But it's alleged that she was sitting in the corner with this young man. Okay. All right. It's alleged. And she was sitting in the corner with this young man, and this young man that I'm talking about, and I'm saying young man on purpose, right? It's intentional. She was sitting here with him. Oh, if I can get back, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, anyway, she was sitting with the young man, and she was apparently flirting. Well, let's skip all that. The person I'm talking about, I just showed you the picture, and you know what? It's alleged that they went home. A group of friends went back to her place. So this is the parts of the story that we were missing the other day when she said she she didn't know what happened. She woke up in a pool of red that stuff. Okay, red stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So she woke up, but what we were missing was she invited her friends over to her place. Now, I got questions about this thing. I've read and heard. I have questions. If she invited friends over and she invited this particular man over, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna let y'all guess. You should know already. Started. I told you. I mean, it's in the video. But if she invited him over and he's married, like I got questions. Did he come over? Where's the wife? I'm assuming she wasn't there. Obviously, right? They're saying they're flirting. I'm not saying Tamar was doing anything. Some people said she was doing some things with him. I don't know if all that for sure. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that on her. However, if you got a house full of people and then that's what you're saying, everybody came over, but you woke up on the floor. How? How is it possible that you woke up on the floor and all these people are gone? That is so crazy to me. How did that happen? I can't be the only one to have these questions. And the other thing that's really strange about this whole incident is Funky Dineva apparently he's the only one that's been speaking out. They keep talking about Funky Dineva has been coming out and talking, and ain't nobody else saying nothing. Isn't that weird to you? It's weird to me. I think it's weird. Okay, y'all, it's weird. But nevertheless, I think people are tired of talking about it, but we want to know what happened. But they're kind of calling, not me, those other people calling Tamar or you know what because of this guy. But nevertheless, right now Tamar, I'm sure she's getting prepared to have surgery, and y'all know Tamar. Once her face heals up and she can talk, she's gonna come out and tell everybody all about where they can and can't go. I can't even wait for it. I can't wait for it. But nevertheless, I still have questions though. Did they leave her on the floor? How did she get where she was going? Why was he there? I heard rumors about this particular person, this guy that she allegedly with. They're also saying that the wife had someone beat her up. I don't know about that. All these things are so far-fetched. They're just allegations and speculations, but it's wild. Somebody said maybe Junker not even beat her up. I don't believe any of that either. I do think that he knows more than what he's saying, though. I don't think he did anything to her. I really don't. But I do think he knows more than what he's saying. For whatever reason, he's not saying it. He's just like he's trying to clear himself, like he feels like everybody pointing at him. But of course, we're pointing at him, or not me, but people were pointing at him because he was allegedly the last one to see her. But then it turns out we found out she had a whole house full of people. Now, also, I'm going to share with y'all too. Now, I'm telling you what I heard. This is definitely tea. I am definitely telling you what I heard. The internet streets. You probably heard what I heard. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I heard that Tamar was dancing and Tamar fell and Tamar hit, and that's how she fell because she was allegedly on something. I don't know. Again, what's what? I don't really know. I really be happy when they come out and tell us the truth. I really hate when people come out and say things and give us half the story because then we're open to speculation, and we're in the world of tea. We're going to talk about it. And it's like, well, could you tell us who's on first? But anyway, besides all of that, I hope Tamar is okay. I hope she's okay, and hopefully she, heals pretty fast. And I see some people that in the comments were like, I swear somebody or another post of this incident did say it sounds like somebody put hands on her. I couldn't stop laughing, but the reality is she was definitely telling the truth. She was spot on of her discernment, especially, let me see what she's saying. I'm reading through some of the comments. Hold on here. What else did she say? I know I have more. Yeah, let's see what it's saying. It's gonna come. Just a second. It's coming. I know I clicked on it. Here we go. Yeah, she goes and say, if this is the case, either Yandy or somebody in Yandy's crew definitely put their paws on her and cracked her over the head with a bottle or something. I don't know how. I don't know about all that, but I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Yeah, all this speculations. Once again, like I said, I wish they would tell us the whole story. Now, the only last thing I want to say about this whole thing is now I'm sorry Tamar got hurt, and I want her to get better. And I'm not joking about that. I want to get better, and I'm glad she's okay. The other part about this is I have a feeling that this is leading up to something, and I'm sure she's going to come out and she's going to talk about it. She's going to speak about it, and she's going to let us know. Okay. But yeah, all the speculations, all the things, lack of information, and we're all speculating. So anyway, and I hope Tamar was in the corner with somebody's husband. I hope not. I hope that's not true. I mean, that's what the streets are saying, but I hope. By the way, I got one more thing. She said the reason she was talking to him allegedly is because she was working on a project. What project? I don't know. We don't know, y'all. We don't know. But yeah, there they are. The wife's in the middle. And there we have it. Okay. So that's all I have tonight. It's Sunday late night. I just want to bring that to you. We're going to do a quick wrap up. Okay. Quick wrap up. And then we're going to call it a night. Now, don't forget to drop down in the comment. If I said anything you like, funny, halfway funny, anything, make sure you hit the like button just to show your support. Because I will be back with some more tea. Write all that down. Okay. But we're going to go a quick review. Now, the first part of the show, we talked about number 47, mostly because he said he was going to send in the troops to Chicago, almost, I guess, a threat, I guess. And, some people, like I said before, some people saying it's protection, some people saying it's control. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a form of protection or a form of control? That's what that was really about, right? So far, we know he hasn't done anything as of yet, as of today, okay? But he did say it, as in number 47 said it. Okay, moving on. We also talked about Monique and her whole thing against Tyler Perry. This thing been going on for years. We touched on that thing. She said she wants to get paid. That's basically what she's saying because she lost a lot of money. Pretty much that's the gist of all of that. So here's the thing. What do y'all think? Should Tyler Perry cut the check? Or is it time to let it go? If you think it should cut the check, make sure y'all put some dollar bills. Put some dollar signs, okay? Or like a red dot or something to stop it. Like you want her to stop talking about it. Put that down in the chat. Moving on, we talked about Cardi B and her pregnancy rumors. And honestly, we don't know if Cardi is trolling because Cardi B is the trolling queen. I keep telling you. She may or may not be pregnant. Now, I'm not going to lie. Her face looked a little full. Don't call for me, Cardi. Her face looked a little full, but that doesn't mean she's pregnant. She looked bloated, but that doesn't mean she's pregnant because, things can cause that to happen, right? Other things. Certain foods you eat, da-da-da-da. We touched on that, da-da-da. If you think she's pregnant, make sure you go down and let us know down in the chat. If it's on a replay, please let us know. Let us know, okay? Tell us. Share. All right. And then we moved on. We talked about Porsha Williams and the Real House of Atlanta crew. Is anybody still watching that show? I honestly don't really watch it anymore. Like I said before, I'm a Candice fan. So I'm not going to lie, y'all. I started watching it when Candy left. That's the thing for me. But I'm not talking the show now. I'm just saying. That's just my girl. But nevertheless, they came out and basically, just so you know, they came out to support their friend. And I didn't realize it, but she was actually she has a new movie coming out, and I think it's called Run, R-U-N, as in run, and it's due to come out here, I believe, next month. So check that out. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it. Are you gonna go see it? Let us know down in the comment section. Are y'all gonna go see that movie called Run? But it just came out. And lastly, we touched just a little bit on our girl Tamar, and we talked about the whole thing again, same thing where she fell, blah 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 blah. Either she fell or somebody beat her up. I gave my comments on that. Like I said, just to wrap that up, I hope Tamar's okay. That's my thing. I just hope she's okay. She heals swiftly. And again, I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, I hope she figures it out and don't do it again. If she did anything, right? Okay, whatever happened. All righty, it's been a pleasure. As I always say, we can't change you in this, but we can change ourselves. Focus on things you can control and not on things you can't. Oh yeah, one more thing. Did you guys let me know? Did y'all cook today? Don't forget. Well, yesterday at this point. Let me know if you cooked, and if so, let us know what you cooked. Yeah, or did you go out to eat? Okay. All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, or maybe if you liked it, hit the like button. If you don't, that's okay. Come back and try it again. Okay. This is Miss Chit Chat with T. I'm your host, Miss T. You guys have a wonderful evening, morning, good day. It was a pleasure. Thank you. And good night. Bye-bye. We're out of here. Let's go. Y'all next time.